In this video, I want to cover what happens when the business rules bite, and we'll give you an example of what I mean by that. So, a few videos ago, we created a business rule here. I guess it was loan processing, probably version 7. And somewhere in here, we used some C# code that was in the GAC. So like right here, we called loan compute payment amount. So what if I go to the GAC and remove that? And that was called my loan class. So we're deleting it out of the GAC. And now you won't really have a problem until you close and reopen your Business Rule Composer GUI tool here. Now we go back, open it. And what happened? Well, let's try to open now version 7, 1.7 again. So I clicked on it, and notice it says failed to load. Unable to locate assembly my loan class, and it gives you all the information about it. So, in order to be able to edit now this specific business rule or policy, business rule policy, you're going to have to go put my loan class back in the GAC. Now, if you don't notice this for like 3 months, say this is a stable rule and has had no problems on your development machine. See, none of them load that use that now. Now maybe they don't all use that version. Like that one's apparently okay. Apparently version 1.4 doesn't use that rule, or doesn't use that C# routine, but versions 5, 6, and 7 do. So we had a case a while back where we had some kind of, I guess I would call it a stupid class, and then we decided we didn't really need that class, and someone deleted it out of the GAC and then deleted the source code for it, and then now we couldn't get our business rule to load. So in order to load the business rule, we had to do basic surgery one of two ways. We either had to export the rule to the text file, and by surgery I mean editing the BRL, the business rule language file, in XML, and then removing the references to this MyLoan class. Or you would have had to create another MyLoan class that had the exact same public key token and probably the same signatures, and then restore it to the GAC in order to load the business rule so that you could more gracefully delete it. The same thing can happen with your vocabularies. If you have Business Rule 1.7, for instance, might use all 4 or 5 of these vocabularies. So when you migrate to production, you need to migrate all your vocabularies that you know for sure that that business rule will use. Otherwise, you'll get to production and it won't load. So those are some warnings about not only deployment, but removing dependencies, things that your business rule policies depend upon. And now, by the way, just to show you how to fix this, all we have to do is go back to the GAC, find our MyLoan class, which was actually over here. And we put it back in the GAC. And now back to Business Rule Composer. I don't think it will load yet because it's got its own kind of like snapshot of the GAC. So you're going to have to close the Business Rule Composer, go reopen it again, then try to open your policy. So the other moral of this story is you need to know what your dependencies are so that when you migrate your rules, if your rules depend upon MyLoan class also has to be moved to your target system and has to be put in the GAC over there using some other utility, whether it be an MSI or a setup package or however you do it at your company. That concludes this video.